Years.
We've been engaged going on 4 years. Yes.
So how long you guys been dating?
Um, Dating for almost the same amount of time. So I knew him as
Whoa.
a friend first.
Okay.
But he wanted to be boyfriend and girlfriend right off the bat.
So was he like in the friend zone or something like that?
Yeah, because I was basically not looking for a relationship at the time. So
Hmm.
I just wanted to just take it easy. I just came out of a relationship a
Mm.
few months prior, and I said, you know what, I need this time to breathe. You
Okay.
know, it's not a good thing to jump from one relationship right into another. You got to
Yeah.
give yourself time to breathe. You know,
How long was it? How long was he in the friend zone for?
he was in the friend zone for almost 8 months,
8 months.
and
Okay.
he waited.
He waited it. So during that time, nothing was happening, right?
No, we were just hanging out, going to dinner, hanging out places. Just
Who was it paying for dinners? You or him?
he was
All of them?
all of them. I am slightly old-fashioned, slightly modern.
Mm.
And I do believe that, okay, if a man wants to, as they say, do a courtship with a woman, that he has to court her to say, okay, you know,
Yeah.
that I'm able to sustain you. Like when we get married, if, you know, I'm able to be a husband, be a provider,
Yep.
basically. So this part of the courtship is just knowing, okay, is he able to provide? And then as we go along, then, you know, here and there, you know, I would do special things like buy dinner or buy something, you know, to show my appreciation.
Okay. By the way, quick question before I get to the main question. Is he younger than you or older than you?
He's older.
Okay. So, what's the holdup? You guys been engaged for 4 years. What are you waiting for, or what are you guys waiting for? Is it you or him?
It's me, it's not him, because
What's up? What's the issue?
he's been wanting to get married from day one. So I feel like this, because of the age difference, that he's 12 years older than I am.
Okay.
And I feel that, okay, when you're older and you're dating somebody that's younger, that you feel that because you're older that you're actually running out of time.
Mm.
And so when you see gold or you strike gold and you say, okay, I'm not letting this gold go. I just want this right now, and this is the way it is. Like you want it to happen right now. But then the person that's younger, you know, they still want to enjoy you just being their mate before they become, like, make a lifetime commitment. Because a lifetime commitment to me is like, okay, once I get married, I want that to be my only marriage. I don't want to be in a divorce, because I'm seeing too many people around me, friends, family, that have ended up in a divorce because they've rushed. And
You think so?
yeah.
So you haven't been married.
No.
So how many kids do you have?
I have 4.
4 kids. How many fathers or baby daddies?
So I have 3. Yep, 3.
3 baby daddies. So how come you never marry one of those baby daddies? What was the issue? Was it you or was them? Or
No, just that in 1 or 2 I've been lied to,
what do you mean being lied to? Like
where one person lied about the age, and we were so far in that that after I had my first kid with that person, it was like,
wait. So the person lied about his age. They lied about the age.
Yep.
Were they younger than you or older than you?
Oh, much older apparently.
So that was the a deal breaker to you?
To me, because I'm saying that if a person can lie about the age for almost 2 years.
So that led to you guys breaking up. Oh, it was something else. You don't have to be
partially.
You don't have to give details, but
because he was very dominating. I think because he was older, very dominant.
So you don't like dominant men?
No. Do you like dominant women?
It's different. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. I'm supposed to be a leader in a relationship. I'm supposed to, the woman is supposed to be submissive to me.
If the partner is right, if the partner is respectable, so a
So
woman
it was dominant and disrespectful.
exactly.
Okay, so you'll be okay if it was dominant but respectful.
Yes,
Okay,
respectful.
I keep going then.
But not meaning dominant in telling me when to wake up and when to go to sleep or things like that. No, in meaning that okay, let's lead and let's have a life together. Not in
So what was it? Can you give an example of how was he dominant?
dominant in things like controlling behavior,
Like
Con-
like how?
controlling paranoid behavior, or like you do this, you put this on, you wear this, you. So
So telling you what to do all the time.
exactly, and I feel like okay, I'm not a child. I'm
Mm-hmm.
I feel that in a relationship when two people are adults that they should respect one another,
Okay.
whether it's the male or the female.
So in your relationships, present or past, do you think you are the most dominant, or the guys that you dated were the most dominant, or it's equal?
I think it's a matter of probably almost equal.
So you
I
want a man who's equal to you?
e- equal or either one who can push me to reach to that next level, basically.
So you don't want a man who's like kind of like more dominant than you or above you, make more money than like you, more build more masculine like leadership skills. All that you don't want that.
No, of course, yes.
Okay.
Every woman would like to have a man that has great leadership skills, of course.
Okay.
But they want him to also guide, be respectful. If
Alright.
she has goals, support her goals. And before that they even get into a relationship, okay, what do you want to accomplish, let's say within 2 years, 3 years, and see if your goals are matching. One person might want kids, one person might not.
In your current, you're engaged now. Congrats. You guys been engaged for 4 years. So my question was like, what is the hold up? Like 4 years? I mean, it might not seem a lot, but like, okay, we already been engaged. Do you guys live together?
No?
I think that okay. I'm pretty sure he wants to live with you, but you decline the offer pretty much. That's what I see it. But anyways, so 4 years. So what are you waiting for?
So
Is there certain things that you want to achieve before you get into marriage, or like how
okay, so
what's up?
when you say what are you waiting for,
Yeah.
a lot of people go with the typical idea that in society that okay, if somebody's been with you this long, why aren't you getting married?
Okay.
But you don't know whatever goals and aspirations that person has for themselves and whether or not they'll be able to continue those goals when they get married. Some people feel that, okay, when they get married, that sometimes you lose yourself. If you are so focused on your partner and you had goals in life that you wanted to achieve, that sometimes when you lose that, sometimes you feel like you're losing yourself. Not
Okay.
so for me, yes, I do have goals for myself because not just what I do for my profession, but also in building my business.
What type of business do you have?
So I have a CMOS business.
Okay.
I
Can
do
you explain to the people what business,
Yeah,
what products do you guys offer?
So I do CMOS smoothies. I do all natural, organic,
Okay.
preservative free
Okay.
smoothies. I do the CMOS gels, flavored and unflavored.
Okay.
I'm a healthcare professional, so growing up, my mom, she fed us very healthy. So I'm not used to having things like junk food, snacks, candy, all this stuff. We
Okay.
were never used to having that. So when I look around in my neighborhood, my environment, that I see a lot of people around me, Americans, that are not eating healthy.
Okay.
Basically, I see young girls that are much younger than myself who are twice as young are looking older than I am.
Mm.
And I'm like, wait, there's something wrong here. It's the food.
Okay.
You know, they're putting chemicals in your food to grow the food faster. So I'm like, why not make something that's healthy for people? It's organic. The smoothies are quick. If you don't want to have breakfast, just grab a smoothie and have that. It's
Okay.
healthy.
Sounds good. I actually leave all the details in the description. So if you guys wanna try it, I actually try it myself. It's really good. I had it before, so I know you guys gonna love it. Right? 4 years, and you're taking your time. You were saying most people think like if you guys been together for 4 years, that means why not getting married? So, is that why? Or are you kind of like uncertain? You feel like if you get married, it must stop you from what you're doing right now, like as far as your business, all the things.
Let me just rewind just a little bit. So he's a go-getter just like I am,
Great.
right? And I do love his drive because he's had a few challenges of his own health-wise. He's had brain surgery, so which
Wow.
kind of led to some disabilities in between. But he's been surpassing those, and I've helped him also with certain things just to help him to push himself.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that when he met me, he said that he came alive again because I would treat him as though he's normal. I don't like if somebody has a disability. I'm not gonna say, "Oh my God, they have a disability." I'm like, you know what? I'll treat you just like everybody else.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, okay, even if you don't have legs, I'm like, okay, don't wait for me to push you. Get up and do it yourself,
Okay.
right? Get up and do something for yourself. And with that, he was able to push himself and have that drive again. So he's happier.
Okay.
He gets up. He does what he needs to do.
Okay.
And he feels like he's just sprung to life. So
And you're a big part of it.
I'm a very big part of that. I, on the other hand, yes, I do want to get married. Very nice man, treats me like a queen. Very, very respectful. And I love that. He even cooks for me.
Whoa. It seems like you are the prize
So,
to him.
yes. So, yes, men treat women just the way how they present themselves to them. And I'm very much of a lady, down to my core.
Sure?
I've been bred this way from my mother.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, So I do love to have fun, but clean fun.
Explain it.
Clean fun.
What do you mean by clean fun?
When I mean clean fun,
I never heard that before. Clean fun.
clean fun is just like having fun, like dancing, bowling, going out, doing just fun things without having substance like a
Okay.
drugs or alcohol to make you have fun.
Is that what's stopping you from getting married?
No.
Okay.
No.
What was the issue? Is it
No.
stopping you from having fun? Don't you guys do those activities together?
It has slowed down because I'm trying to build my business. And then when COVID came in, things changed for everybody,
Yep, I agree.
right? So some people who are small businesses, it's really affected their business a lot. So he owns a printing company. So his
Nice.
business did struggle through the pandemic, but it's doing a lot better right now.
Nice.
So things have gotten better. But I do want to build, yes. But
What's the bat for?
the but is because of the way I was raised with my mom, single mom, and she raised us and was mostly us girls, I've been taught to have a backup plan. Have something of your own. Don't live in a fairy tale land because sometimes things would not work out. As much as everybody commits themselves in a relationship, things happen. So this is me just preparing for a rainy day. I feel like I'm not prepared yet. I want to get married, yes, but couple things I want to do.
What
So
are
that
those
I
couple things that you want to do before you get married?
things like have my house or my condo, or just be set and content that even so, not just that, but let's say I get married, but I want to be able to provide as well.
Yeah.
We're not going to have our health forever. So what if something happens to him, right? And I need to pick up the slack, right? I need to pick up the slack. I need to make sure that the bills are paid and everything else. So this is where I feel like, okay, I need to be ready for that.
So don't you think it would be kind of easy to achieve? And it seems like he's doing well for himself too. So don't you think it's going to be easy for you to do those things together as a couple, as two people, two incomes? Or is it fair for me to say that you have one foot in and one foot out?
Not one foot in, one foot out. This is just me. I'm also a planner as well. So I like to plan. I like to do stuff at the spur of the moment as well, but I love to have a plan. I want to be financially ready. And I don't feel like I'm financially ready. I'm old fashioned, but I'm also a modern day woman.
Ooh,
Okay?
that's a bad combo.
I was born in the 70s, so I have a bit of both.
Okay.
Right? And some women think that, okay, that a man needs to do everything. We're not in the old days anymore. Yes, I want a man to be old-fashioned in his mannerism. Definitely.
Okay.
I want that. You open the doors, you do nice things, you'll be respectful.
And you do the same thing.
And I do the same thing.
Okay. Traditional woman. Cook, do all
Yes.
that clean.
Yep. You know, I would never disrespect someone in public.
Okay.
If we have a disagreement, nobody would know. You would not hear my mouth because I'm a lady.
You mentioned a few things that, you know, you want to do that, you want to do that, financial stable. So do you think you will not be able to be financially stable in marriage, while in marriage? Don't you think you can work work on those things while staying in marriage?
Well, I think I will be more financially stable, but I want to start my foundation first before I jump in. Now, a lot of women, as I said, they just jump into the marriage and they say, "Oh God, I got a ring. Look at my ring." It's not all about the ring.
Okay.
It's not all about the ring. It's about, okay, are you compatible, not just emotionally? Are you compatible similarly in your finances or financially? And like I said, this is just me preparing for a rainy day. I want to be prepared. I don't want to like, okay, something happens to him today or tomorrow. So let's just say I just get married to him next month.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared. What's going to happen with his business? Who is going to run his business? Am I going to run his business, or am I going to let my business fall? How you know? Or
I mean, my point is, like, I get what you're saying. I understand. I respect that. But you can do this thing when you guys are still married. You can still work on those things. Nothing's going to stop. The thing about marriage is, like, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just, like, a paperwork. But honestly, you can just go to the city hall, sign paperwork. It's like $60 or $80. And that's it. You don't have to do, like, big old wedding
no
party and stuff like that. Things of the nature. Like, that's my point. How's dating different in your 40s than was in your 20s?
For me, it has not changed so much. I usually, when I was younger, I actually was into more long-term relationships.
Okay. What was the longest one?
11 years.
Is that the one with your first child?
No.
So you guys had no kid together?
No.
How old were you? When you guys met?
My previous relationship.
The first one. Oh, was it the first relationship? The one you did 11 years?
No.
It wasn't the first one. Okay.
No, but that was my. He was my longest relationship.
How old were you? First year.
I met him when I was about 27.
Okay.
28. Yeah.
Wow, 11 years. So you had kid before being in a relationship with him, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I was like, oh, that's yeah. Okay, all right. 11 years.
And
Okay,
we were gonna get engaged, but my mother
didn't
um,
approve.
did not approve of him, and there was a
So
reason why. And she
so that's
was,
the only reason you guys didn't go further because of your mom didn't approve for it.
yep, she saw something that I didn't see. So, and she was wise enough to see it.
Okay. So so you saying that the dating is not different from back then and now when you were 20 in your 20s and your 40s you still like feel like the same. I,
Yeah,
so you do feel like you more picky now than you were back then or
I say I am more wiser.
wiser? Okay.
I'm more wiser with my choices
Okay.
because I would say you attract what you give,
Okay.
right? So, for example, if a female acts like she's from the ghetto, or she's, as they call them, bad bitches,
Mm-hmm.
that then he's going to treat her that way. The way that she presents herself to him is the way that he's going to treat her.
Okay.
So if she's used to acting all raunchy, then he's not going to really respect her. Right.
I agree.
So yeah.
So all right. So what type of how I want to say what was the age range of people trying to talk to you nowadays?
Wow. I have anywhere from the 20s,
Ooh, 20s.
all the way up to the 60s. It's a very wide group.
Wow, you popping out there.
Very wide group. So
What do you think those men, those people trying to talk to see in you, or what do you think they're looking for?
they're looking for somebody who is genuine, who is focused,
Okay.
who is, of course, attractive,
Okay.
takes care of themselves.
Okay. If you have to pick one, you have two options, but you gotta pick only one. Would you rather date a guy who's 20 years older or 20 years younger?
Oh boy.
Let's just focus on the age. Don't we don't see like how much they make, none of that. Like let's say everything equal.
Can we make it like about 10 years or 15?
No, I just say 20. I'm sticking on the
Wow.
20.
It's a hard choice because I would say 20 years younger would be somebody in their 20s.
Yeah.
20 years older would be somebody in their late 60s. So if it was somebody that was in their late 60s, I worry about, okay, how much longer is he going to last with me?
That's
I know.
mean.
No, but this
I'm
is
just
just
playing. I'm
this
just
is reality.
being
Okay, or but I know that he will be a gentleman because he's had enough experience to know how to treat a woman. Versus a younger guy, he might want to show me all his muscles or his
yeah.
whatever and try to impress because he'll be too busy trying to impress me.
Okay.
But also I don't want to be a sugar mama for anybody. But if let's say that person is mature
Yeah.
and knows what they want, they're focused and they're getting their education or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
And they're not looking for sugar mama, they're actually looking for a healthy relationship. Possibility, but I'm more likely leaning to somebody who that's older.
Okay. So let's say you meet a guy, age appropriate, and then he's like, "Yo, hey, I like you all that, but I'm not planning on getting married." Is that something you'd be okay with? You say, "I'm never gonna. I don't want to. I've been married before. I have kids, but that's not something I'm looking for. I just want a girl that I can have for the rest of my life or whatever. Just go with the flow."
Well,
And then, what would you say about that?
I'd probably not want to engage in a relationship. I mean, I'm not rushing to get married, but at some point, eventually, I would like to.
You like to? Is that something you want to, or just like so whatever?
I would like to when I'm completely ready.
How long do you think it's gonna take you to be completely ready?
I would say give me another couple of years and I'll be fine.
Okay. Am I coming to the wedding?
Yes.
Let's talk about the money aspect, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be okay to date someone who makes less money than you? Let's say 10K less than you.
I don't have a problem with that. So, people can build,
Okay.
right? People can build, and it all depends on how responsible is that person with their money. Are
Okay.
they a person that likes to, as soon as they get every little paycheck, they go spend it, or are they a person who starts saving?
Okay.
Now, it depends on the individual. If they are building towards something, that's not an issue.
So what do you look for in a man that you want to be in a relationship with?
Somebody who is, number one, I look for is confidence.
Okay.
You gotta have the confidence. I don't want a man who's insecure.
Okay. Give an example of someone who has not confidence or insecure.
Insecurity is things like they're always calling to see where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Always want validation every single time, or they want you to call them 3 times a day or 2 times a day or things like that. They're not going with the flow. They're just being demanding all the time.
Okay. So someone's confidence. What's another one?
Focused.
Focus.
Focus on their goals and what they want to do in life, and making plans for their future, or for the future that whoever they want to deal with.
Okay. Do you have another one?
You gotta have a little bit of sexiness, of course. There has to be.
What do you mean by sexiness?
I mean,
Appealing.
appealing. Some
Okay.
some type of sex appeal, whether you're attracted, because
Okay, I agree.
with human nature, we have to be attracted to one another.
That's facts.
There's something,
Yeah.
whether it's a person's eyes, their smile, their body shape,
Their toes.
their hair, their feet. Yes,
I'm
something,
just playing.
something that attracts you to them, or even just their
Personality. Yeah.
But it just something, not just physical, but just
Yeah. When you go on a date with a guy for the first time, what are some of the I'll say like things that you look for to validate the guy?
things I look for.
Besides like, the guy being confident, all that. No, just few things on the day, like how
Okay, like the way a person's posture sometimes tells a lot about them emotionally. I look at physical aspects that I look for. Things like, are they restless when they're talking? Do they make proper eye contact? So I just look for telltale signs of, okay, is this person some type of creep? Or is this, or
creep.
or,
Say that, yeah.
or is this person somebody that's legit?
Okay.
Telltales of somebody who, or because the reason why I say that is because of all the different types of kidnappings and different things that's been
Facts,
happening
facts,
with
yeah.
young women. And I never, let's say, jump in a car with somebody on a first date or whatever. I would meet someone. It has to be a public space.
Okay.
There's no me coming to your house on a first date.
yeah.
That's never happening.
Yeah.
Because I've heard too many horror stories.
Mm.
So I look for things in person's body language, because your body
Yeah.
language says a lot. I look for things like patience. Like, say, if I showed up, let's say, 20 minutes late, something like that, Are you going to be at the table like tapping your hands or shaking your feet? That would tell me, okay, this is not the right fit, because if this person doesn't have patience with me just a few minutes late,
Yeah.
that tells me that they're not going to have any kind of patience with me at all. So number
That's kinda
one
true.
for me, patience.
Okay.
Patience. You have to have patience, a good demeanor about you, a good attitude.
Okay.
Have a little bit of humor, because it's life is not all about seriousness.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
a little bit of humor in there, but your mannerism tells it all.
Speaking on dates, right? Because guys, I don't know all guys, but I'll speak, let's just say people I hang out with, my boys, right? We always have this thing, hey, after the third date, I gotta get a cookie. So, how many dates how many days does it take you to feel comfortable to get intimate with the guy? Or do you go based on like vibes, or you have like, okay, I need at least 9 months, I need at least 3 months? Like, how does it happen to you? How do you see it?
For me, I feel like this. It takes me a few months. The reason why I say that, because I have a brother, I have uncles, I have, a few male friends
Yeah.
that I've heard the way how they talk about some females and how
Bad or good?
bad and good. Now,
Split the tea.
for me,
Yeah. Yeah.
that when people start off just being lovers, does not work, because you didn't get
What doesn't work?
like a long-term relationship doesn't work like that.
Okay.
If you want something of substance, you have to get to know that person. I would say that if you just jump right into the fire, just jump right into bed, then every time that you see that person, all you want is just sex. There's no conversation. There's no getting to know that person. So beyond sex, nothing's interesting.
No, let's
about
say
that
you guys
person.
good vibe, flow, everything is there, conversation is there. So, okay, you also say a few months. What do you mean by few months? Few months can be 1 month, can be 2, 3. What do you mean by few months?
No, for me, I would say somewhere close to 6 months, because I want to.
6 months.
Yes, because if I like you, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you beyond the bedroom first.
So it's gonna take you that long to get to know someone? 6 months?
Indeed. I'm not one to jump into bed with somebody.
Okay.
Um,
That never happened to you. You never had, that fight on the first date or one night stand, things of that nature.
no.
Maybe when you were young.
No.
But
No.
you keep it. That's
Actually,
personal.
no, never had a one night stand.
Okay.
The reason why is because of my upbringing.
Okay. Respect that.
My mother, her family, strong church upbringing. So we were brought up a little bit different. So for me, I was always told, get to know somebody 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Get to, laugh, do fun stuff with them first, get to know them.
So 6 months us dating, right? Let's say 6 months we go out, we do everything, right? So am I going to be the one paying for all the dates, or we kind of like share somehow? Because it's different. Like you spoke about your man, right? It's different when someone already positioning himself. Okay, you know what? I am in the friend zone. Okay, I'll wait as long as I can just to get with the girl. Different than someone's like, hey, I came in to be, her boyfriend, whatever. So, and for a guy, most guys, right? I might be wrong, but let me just put most guys, it might be hard just to go 6 months. Pretty much that 6 months, like you guys doing activities like you guys were dating already, like in a relationship. I believe you guys be texting each other, probably calling once in a while, going out, just having feelings too. You probably got have feelings. So 6 months, no sex. Don't you think that's a little too much?
No, because for each their own. So,
Have you done that before?
yep, I'll give an example. Let's just put food. Some people like their eggs runny and some people like their eggs hard boiled, right? We all have a different preference of how we want to do
Yeah.
things, right? Some people just like to just jump into sex and say, okay, I just want to taste before I go any further. It's just a preference.
No, I respect your preference, but that's why I asked the question. Have you had a man who came to you, no, to be your friend, no lying? Those guys, most of the time, they're like, I just want to be your friend, everything's fine. A guy who came to you, hey, Anna, I like you, let me take you out. I want to see how far we can go. And then that guy doing that, taking you out, doing all the things for 6 months, and the guy still stayed, and you guys end up being in a relationship. Have that haven't happened to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
When was that? 19 back in
No.
1995 or something?
Nope. This happened
Recently?
with my current.
No, your current. That's what I said before. Your current, he was in the friend zone.
Yeah, and this also happened with a couple of my previous relationships. Yeah, they waited.
They waited because they were in the friend zone, probably because they didn't come like, hey, I want to be with you.
No, yes, yeah. They wanted a relationship, but we stayed friends for a little bit, and then we.
Does he involve any type of like making out and touching within them 6 months?
Well, probably kissing and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
All right, let's
of
move
course,
on.
kissing. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. How do you see the current dating scene for the new generation? How do you see it?
Oh God.
And what do you think about it?
Don't like it.
What do you don't like about it?
What I don't like is that people are being so irresponsible with their lives. In terms of a lot of people are having unprotected sex. Tons of females or young girls are getting pregnant, and it's like they felt like they were in love. The guy got what they wanted. They got pregnant. Now the guy's gone. And everything just happened just way too fast. They were way in over their heads. So that's why I say, take time to get to know somebody.
So you feel like if you take time to get to know someone, the relationship is going to last longer.
Yes. And the reason why I say that is because I have some male friends. I have a brother. I have uncles. And I've heard the way how they rate females. If they get them in the bed that quick, they move on to the next one. They said, but if they find a girl who is not quick to give it up, because they're rated on this. If she's going to give it up to me this quickly, then she's going to give it to anybody this quickly.
I'll say it's half and half. But in my opinion, let's say if I like the girl, regardless if you give it to me quick or not, if I really like you, I came in, my initial thought was about to be in a committed relationship with you. I don't care how fast you give it to me. Actually, I made a podcast about it too. Most guys, we wait to have sex if we want you for something serious, for something real.
Exactly.
But the wait time, the 6 months, it's a little too much, right? For me, personally, that's a little too much. I can wait months. I'll say I can wait a month, but that's also like we have to really build something. Like maybe spend a lot of time together. Going out doing activities like that.
Yeah.
Because when I come to you, that means I already like you. You're physically attractive to me, but I still have to connect with you mentally.
Of course.
Because sex isn't physical. The physical comes after. The mental, that's the first thing.
Exactly.
We having sex mentally first before even the physical. But so yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So if a guy likes you, I think your friends, like if they find that girl, that one girl they really like, when you see someone on the show, like, damn, she's so fine, she's nice, and you talk to her brain like on point, everything is there. So, and you see yourself with this girl for a long term, I don't think if that girl give it up on the first date, I'll be like, oh nah, she's trash. I'll move on to the next one. Personally, I don't think like that. I just feel like
Yeah.
if they like you, they like you regardless.
Yep, and you got a point because, as I mentioned, it's all about preference.
Yeah,
It's all about, what you want out of this.
yeah.
Do you want a quick fix or do you want something that's long term?
So based on what you know now about men, about relationships, all that, what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
My 20-year-old self or any 20-year-old females,
Yeah.
know what you're getting into.
Okay.
If you do find yourself in a situation where you just want to jump right in, be responsible with it.
Okay.
Use protection. There's too much sexual diseases that are just out there, and you only have one body, so you got to take care of that. Right. So just don't go into things blindly.
So looking back, your dating history, or everything you have done, whatever, what would you do? Would you do different if you have to go back again, do it again, do that over? What would you do better, and do you regret anything?
Now, I've been asked this question before a few times. In my life, I don't think I ever want to reverse what I did,
Okay.
for the simple fact that both your good and your bad experiences mold you for what you're going to be in the
Better
future.
person, yeah.
Right. So I accept the bad.
Okay.
I accept the good.
All right. As a black woman, we know our community. We go, we're not really successful when it comes to relationships and when it comes to marriages and dating, stuff like that. What do you teach your daughters about men or relationships?
What I teach them is this. Be respectful to yourself first. That way somebody else can be respectful unto you. Be also respectful to your mate if they're respectful to you.
Okay.
Have a goal. Don't just say okay when your guy says this.
Okay.
Have a little challenge sometimes, because a man doesn't just want a woman to just say okay to everything. He wants a little
Yeah.
bit of fight back or something.
It depends.
He doesn't want you to just be like, okay,
Yes, on
okay,
everything. Okay.
okay. Have a goal in mind about your future, about what you want.
Okay.
Because in this modern day world, it takes 2 incomes to run a household,
Thanks.
right? So have a career going. That way you can help out in the household and that you can help your mate. But
Okay.
don't be a burden to your mate.
Okay.
And never go to bed angry.
Mm.
Whatever it is, talk it out before you go to bed. If you
Okay.
live with that person,
Okay.
even if you don't live with that person, be on the phone, and if you do something wrong, own up to your mistakes. If you're wrong, say you're sorry and don't be stubborn.
Okay. All right. I got another question. What do you think about cheating?
Cheating. I think of course, it's the wrong thing to do.
It is, yeah.
Circumstances lead people to do certain things.
Okay.
Now, it can be situations. People can be in abusive relationships where
Why
they
don't you just leave?
find.
Why don't you just leave? You don't have to cheat. You can just bounce.
So some people, maybe they've been threatened, like they can't leave, and I've seen women in those relationships before, even men. Now I've had a male friend that was being abused, and was too ashamed to say that he was, because he was a male. because he felt that he'll be frowned upon if he said, okay, that he was being abused. And sometimes some things lead people to cheat, but there's no excuse for it. If you're going to cheat, I feel that get out of your relationship and say, okay, maybe this is not working for the moment, but if somebody is good to you, they're honest to you, they're committed to you, you probably shouldn't be going out there and cheating.
Okay.
If you got a good woman, if you got a good man, you shouldn't be out there cheating.
Okay.
Respect them as they respect you.
Okay.
And if it's not working, just say, hey, we need a break. But just don't blindly go out there if there's absolutely nothing wrong.
Okay. You mentioned a lot of time I heard you mentioning about your male friends. So it seems like you kind of have like, a few male friends out there.
So
what do you think? What do you think about... Yeah, go first. Go first.
So not many, but just a few from long-term friends of the family.
What do you mean?
Long-term friends are like some of my brother's friends that have become friends of the family. So you know, just people or even
so they're more like family now.
Or even old neighbors that I stayed in contact with.
So do you think man and woman can be friends?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what I mean, so here my definition. What I mean by friends, it's like you guys hanging out, doing things together, texting, checking on each other, like friend. They're there for you, there for them. Do you think that's possible, even when you're in a relationship?
That is possible, but you should know your limits. You should know, okay, that this is a friend zone and this is my relationship zone. There's a difference.
No, friend zone is different.
Right. So yes, you have your friend zone.
Yeah.
And then you have your relationship with your person. Okay. Right. But there should be boundaries.
Okay.
There's boundaries when it comes to that. You can't be, okay, every Friday night I'm going to go out to hang out with my male friend. No, because you have a man, or vice versa.
Okay.
For me, no, I'm not a texter caller, that kind of person calling up friends and but if I haven't heard from someone in a while, yes, I'm going to check and say, okay, hey, how you doing? How are you? Is everything okay? Are you mentally okay? Are you physically okay? Especially with the pandemic, I did check on people.
So do you think you can have a male friend that's who's really attractive to you?
It has happened, but
was it easy or hard?
It wasn't hard because
you said it wasn't.
No, because I shut that down right away. It's like if we're friends, but it's not going to go anywhere in friends because respect my relationship.
Okay.
If you're my friend, as you say you are, you're going to respect that. And if you're not, then you're going to have to keep on walking.
Man, we always do that. We always say, I just want to be your friend, but the motive's like they really want you for something more. So that's why I always say, like, it's going to be hard to be friend with somebody who's attractive to you. You guys can be friends, but I'll say friend in distant friends, like maybe on social media. We don't really hang out. We don't text each other, not like that. We just say, okay, we know each other.
Yes.
I want to see you say, hey, what's up, Anna? Hey, how are you doing? Cool. So that's what I say. So for me, that's not really being friends. That's just it's just like someone that I know. Associate. Yeah. But that's why I always say, like, it's hard to have a friend, in opposite sex friend who's attractive to you. Unless you're not attractive. And most of the time too, guys, when you have a female friend who's not really attracted to you like that, you don't even want to hang out with them. So it's like there's no friendship. Maybe
because person gets, super excited when they see that person, so they want to avoid that.
Exactly.
But I've had someone that I knew who was very attractive to me, but once I state my case, he respected that.
Okay.
Right, and it was all like
You went back to the friend zone.
It was all like good friendship love. It wasn't anything out of that context because he was respectful. The one thing he showed it was respect me for my decisions.
And you guys stay friends now?
Oh yes.
So do you,
That's my best bud.
so
I
do you
call him my
think
best bud, yeah.
do you think if we just play a game, be like, hey, you know what? I've been feeling you for all this time, but I want to make it happen. Do you think it's gonna be like, oh no, you're my friend. I'm not doing that to you.
Um well, I know of course if somebody was attracted to you from the beginning, yes, they're still unless they're in a relationship. But if they don't have anyone and they're just lonely by themselves for some bit of time for years, then yeah, they might consider.
Okay, sounds good.